Hi, um, thanks for listening to this. I just wanted to share. I went to a recent home show for 4 days, and I've thought a lot about that experience and actually thinking about my time in the world of sales. And for this particular business, this being like my fourth or fifth business starting, I wanted to take a very different approach on sales. And that was that I was not going to drip on people. I wasn't going to chase people. I wasn't going to cold call people. I was not going to do any of that. Probably the most specific reason was because I don't like that happening to me, and it seems to be getting more predominant in the world with all the computerization and automation of it all. And so when I was at this home and garden show, there were probably 20,000 people that came through in 4 days. I'm guessing there were probably at least that many. And but the atmosphere seemed, in some ways, it seemed very circus-like, in that many of the vendors would be calling out to people that were just walking by. And I did not feel that was something I wanted to do, even though it was happening all around me. And so I sat quite quietly during it all. And I would say there were probably somewhere in the vicinity of about 12 different sets of people, sometimes single, sometimes couples, but there were about 10 to 12 that came into the booth. And there were also probably like 5 different vendors that became interested in what I was sharing with them. And I really admired that, because it's the financial world can be a very scary place, and to talk to a total stranger about it is quite profound, I guess. That's the way I see it. In that even those other 10 to 15 people that came in, including the vendors, could have just paid no attention, because I certainly wasn't hollering to them or whatever. But they trusted themselves and their instincts enough that I'm suspecting they picked up on, I'll just call it a vibe. I really just want peace to be a centerpiece of what I do and what I share, just to give people a sense of peace and ease, that our finances are nothing to be afraid of. I'm not saying that everyone is, but a fair amount of people don't like to talk about finances. And so for some reason these folks chose to come in, and I had some wonderful conversations. And they trusted me enough in what I was saying that they stayed and continued to ask questions and continued to point out things in their own life and how they were managing or not managing. I sensed that it was their intuition, their higher power, that guided them into talking to me. And so I see that as a sense of trust in themselves. Trust is something that touches us in many, many ways in life. You trust your financial advisor, you trust your spouse, you trust your siblings, you trust your kids, you trust your coworkers, all of those kinds of things. And when you don't have that trust, things just don't work very well. So I just really felt like people were coming in because there was a sense of ease. And that's really what I want to share throughout the whole journey, in the starting with whole life insurance. It's something that is really very much misunderstood. So I was handing out books. I literally gave books away because I so want to get this information out. I discovered it, I discovered it in June, what would that be? June of 2019, so not quite 4 years ago. And I immediately felt like this was something that I wanted to share as something that could really be beneficial to someone's life, someone's personal life, someone's business life. If you're a business owner, I work with entrepreneurs and like that. But I just want a real sense of peace and ease when we talk about this. So, and build that sense of trust that I always think about, that none of us get out of here alive. So what is it that you think you're going to take with you, or you're going to own? We're just borrowing everything, really, for the time that we're here. But we don't get to take any of it with us. So I just want to share as much as I possibly can about this, so that maybe it will help families and such. Yeah, so that's really what it is to bring that sense of peace, and that I suspect that they felt that, those folks that came in. And I hope that it comes across that way, because I'm not really after anything other than helping and caring for those that come or choose to come and talk. And that's really it. So I guess with that, I will call it a wrap. And if you have any questions, we're a full service agency, in that, yes, life insurance is the foundation of it all, but we're also helping with other areas that need protection. Excuse me while I have an itch there. You really need to be protected so that you can grow your wealth. So there are certain things. You should have a will and trust, living will. You should consider disability insurance, and long-term care, and liability, and P&C, property and casualty kind of stuff, and really be covered, so that if life happens, something happens, that you can survive it and continue to grow your wealth. I don't necessarily help with all of those areas, except that I refer you to someone. And alternative investments. If you don't want to be in the stock market, there are certainly plenty of things that you can do, that you can invest in, that have a certain level of certainty and real growth. And so with all of that, there can be that real sense of peace and ease in life. So anyway, that's it for now, and until next time, take care and be well, and thank you very much. Share this if you would, and do look for the bonus items also in the email. Yeah, so take care. God bless.